Hello, friends. You found the video directions for Google Docs module number 1, a cover letter. The document that you're going to be typing is what we call a cover letter. This is a highly formatted, regulated form of communication that we need to understand for when we are applying to jobs. In addition to completing an application and writing a resume to give to a prospective employer, you're going to also need to write a cover letter. And if you signed up for the business applications class, business communications and applications, we get a little bit more explanation here. But this cover letter is more or less an expansion on your explanation of your qualifications listed in your resume, making you, the correct candidate for the job. But here is the assignment. And then the top of my page and the top of your page matches up pretty well with Schoology. But then when we get down here into the nuts and bolts of things change. So mine says assignment, yours says assignment. This is what you're going to be typing. Mine says in progress. Yours is going to say my document. You need to click on where it says my document, and then you are going to get your copy of the Google Doc that you are going to complete, and it looks something like this. However, it's going to have the Schoology format around it. Over here on the right is where it says edit. You need to click that button. So then the Google Doc actually opens up in Google Suite, and we do that so we have a full contingency, full cadre, if you will, of the formatting tools. Then I would suggest that you click the Google Doc tab and drag it out of the window so you have two separate windows, allowing you to see what you are going to type while you are actually typing it. We can go ahead and close this document tabs menu. It's annoying. Then we've got some things that we need to set up. Again, a cover letter is a very formatted document. We got to make sure it's formatted correctly. So we're going to go to File in Google Docs. We're going to go down to Page Setup, and we're going to make sure that the margins are set to 1 inch all the way around. Now, it's a pretty good chance that it is automatically set up this way, but again, we should be in the habit of making sure that things are set up correctly. So 1 inch at the top, 1 inch at the bottom, 1 inch on the left, and 1 inch on the right. We're going to go to OK. Then, in the ribbon, we're going to set the font to Times New Roman because that's what adults do, Times New Roman. We're not writing in cursive. We're not writing in Comic Sans. No. Times New Roman. That's the font. Times New Roman. We're going to set the size to 12 because, again, that's what adults do. Then, my guess is you don't have the full list of formatting options in your tab since we have a split screen here, and that's perfectly fine. We're going to click the 3 dots, and what we're looking for here is the spacing function. It's the up and down arrow with 3 lines. We're going to click that, and we're going to set it to single. Different documents require you to have different types of spacing. Cover letters are single spaced. Then we're going to start typing. Well, you're going to start typing. I'm going to copy and paste. And again, it's a video, so you can pause. You can pause and play whenever you need to here. But the cover letter begins with a return address. That's your address. So you are Spartan, 7800 78th Street East, Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota 55076. Then you're going to hit return twice to skip a line. Then you're going to put you're going to put the date. Typically, when you're writing this, you put it the date that you are sending it. October 23, 2025, return. You'll notice that I spelled out October. Again, in a cover letter, we want to prove that we're intelligent people and that we know how to spell the month of October. So we should be spelling things out. Return. Then you put in the inside address. This is the person to whom you are sending the letter. Their full name with title, the employer, the address, Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota 55076. Then we hit return twice to skip a line, and we put in the salutation. Some would call that a greeting. Dear Mrs. Gillen, and this should be ending with a colon. return, return to skip a line, and then we have our paragraphs. Now, you're typing, I'm copying, pasting. Because in a cover letter we skip lines, because technically this is a block cover letter, we do not indent. We're going to skip lines between paragraphs. And again, when you're typing this person is more or less explaining their qualifications for the job that they are applying. Finish the paragraph, return, return. Type the second paragraph, return, return. Type the third paragraph. Excuse me. One more time, excuse me. Return, return. Type your 1, 2, 3, third paragraph. We go on to the fourth paragraph. And this is something to keep in mind. This is a pretty solid pretty solid concluding paragraph for a cover letter. I'm readily available via email or phone to arrange an interview and have attached my resume below per your request. Should you wish to contact me by phone, here's my phone number, my email address. I appreciate your consideration and look forward to hearing from you. That's a great paragraph to a cover letter. I do want to point out when it comes to the email address, spartyspartan1@gmail.com, you do not need to set that to underline, spartyspartan1@gmail.com. This is what we would call a hyperlink. And as soon as we hit space, then that link is going to pop up. Now in this case, we have a period after it. And again, once we hit period and then hit space, that link pops up. So we do not need to go up to the ribbon and set it to underline. That's just going to make things worse. Now, perchance you don't want this to be underlined. Now you obviously saw that when I clicked back, let's take this out. When I clicked back, spartyspartan1@gmail.com, Spartan, that's an exclamation point. If you just click delete before you click anything else, it'll go away. Or what you can do, if you want to be specific with it, maybe you've already typed it. Again, you can go up to the ribbon where you have the link option here. You can just close out that option and it'll go away. Or you can right click and then remove the link to get rid of that hyperlink in your letter. Then our block letter concludes with something called a valediction. That's a goodbye statement. Return, return, sincerely, comma. And then you are going to hit the return button 4 times before you put your name. So sincerely, comma, return, 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 return. Sparty Spartan. And the reason we skip 4 lines here is because when you print it off and mail it or provide a printed copy, you would sign your name here. Even electronically, you should sign your name to this document. If you have any questions while you're working, let me know. Otherwise, until next time, go Spartan.